My mom was a domestic violence survivor. For a period, it seemed like day after day, she was being abused. I remember she was actually taking a shower, and it was cold outside that particular time, and I remember this person dragging her out of the bathroom. I mean, she had no clothes on, and he beat her, he drug her down the hall, and he actually threw her outside. We were afraid of seeing that day where mom just wasn't going to be there, that she would die or some type of harm would come to her. So we knew that it was time to go. We were so quick with grabbing just whatever we could. We just put those few things in the paper bag and we left. I had emotions of fear, anger, and also shame, because we were homeless. One of the wonderful things that I appreciated with Community Connections, they tried to make the transition as smooth as possible, where we as kids wouldn't really feel the negative impact, where we would feel that we were at home. And that's something that I really appreciate with the agency, because a lot of individuals don't realize that domestic violence, if children are involved, it also has an impact on the kids. The years of the domestic violence that she had experienced had really did something to her self-esteem. So Community Connections really helped in repairing her first, because if they did not do that for her, how could she be a good mother for us? So I feel like they started out at ground zero, just getting her back to where she needed to be, to help her to learn how to trust again and love again. I mean, that was a lot. I was 16 when I moved on my own. It was a little bit rough, and I ended up getting pregnant, and I had my first child actually at 17. By age 22, I had my second daughter. So just working, going out into the world and working jobs where you're not making a lot, but you're working very hard. I just finally reached a point of just being tired of being sick and tired, and I just decided to pick up the pieces of my life and just try to make something better of myself for my daughters. Community Connections was a great help. Again, they laid the foundation in me. They were the ones that taught me about the resources of where I could go, because, I mean, without them, I wouldn't have known. And even getting the individual counseling, that was very important, because during those low times, I was able to draw from that to just really, pick myself up. With all that Community Connections provided to me and my family, I just felt that there was an obligation for me to give back to that organization. So I currently serve as a board member to Community Connections. I also I attend residence meetings in between classes when I can. I also try to go in and just sit in to listen to the ladies, and also just to provide the ladies with hope, just letting them know that they need to absorb all the resources that are available at Community Connections, because one day those resources will be needed, and that there's value in the valley. There are things for them to learn, and they can overcome whatever it is that they're going through. It was no mistake that they were at Community Connections, and that they can progress in life. And I try to serve as a living proof that it's possible. My mom wouldn't have been here had Community Connections not stepped in to help us, providing us with shelter and the counseling services. And I could only imagine how me and my sister, and especially me, how it would have turned out. So I'm very grateful to that agency, saving my family.